Hey guys, it's Thursday and I'm Michael. No, I'm Michael. You're Christian. Really? Hey, this is my twin brother Christian. Say hi. How? We are mirror twins. What does mirror twins mean?
We're identical and opposite.
So like when the egg split in the womb, we're like reflections of each other. Like he's right-handed, or I'm right-handed and he's left-handed. They did tests on us when we were younger, and I used one side of the brain and he uses the other side of the brain, and he's straight and I'm not. So here he is for all the people that wanted to see him. So do you guys like my new hair? It's summertime. So my friends always tell me how lucky I am to get to stay in hotels all the time, but really, if you do stay in hotels a lot, it's not that exciting. So I don't know, I'm going to try and make this video as fun as I can. So now the answer to my 2 truths, 1 lie from last week. I said, I quit my job, I've eaten cat, and I've never had a boyfriend. Well, as far as my lie, I said I ate cat, but there's a little twist to it. So in 8th grade, my family, because we're from Vietnam, we went and we stayed there for a month. We totally grew up like trying new things, and so we wanted to try everything weird. We had frog, we had snake, we had eel, we had alligator. We had everything you can try. And so we went to this restaurant once and we had porcupine. And it was really good and everything, but after we got done, my uncle, who's from Vietnam, that was showing us around, was like, yeah, sometimes porcupine is hard to find, so they just get it off the roof. And we were like, what do you mean, get it off the roof? And what he was insinuating was that porcupine's hard to find, and they might have just gotten a cat off the roof. So that actually could be the truth that I've eaten cat, but I like to think that it's a lie. Okay, Greg, you asked us to tell you when we first realized that we were gay. I always struggled with these feelings, and so I actually went all the way up through college without forcing myself not to think about it or act on any of the ways I was feeling. I graduated college and I had a best friend all through college, and one day he called me and he was really upset, crying, and he was like, I told someone I was gay. And I was shocked, because even though we were best friends for so long, we had never talked about it. And then he asked me if I was, and I was not ready or prepared, and I said no. And it was weird because it was a dark and stormy night and the power went out, and my cell phone was dying right when he was talking to me about it, and I was really upset, and I was like, my cell phone's gonna die. And he's like, well, plug it in, and I couldn't plug it in because the power was out, and then my phone hung up, and I just sat there in the dark for 8 hours until the next morning when the power went on, and I texted him back after I thought about it for a long time, and I was like, yeah, I am too, don't worry, we'll get through this together. So I felt like I had someone there that I could support and that he could support me back. Johnny, your challenge this week was way too H-A-R-D. Way too hard. Asleep, you asked us if we knew how to speak any other languages. Viví en Costa Rica para 2 años, pero no hablo español muy bien. Yo entiendo más que hablar. And I am Vietnamese, but I can't speak any. Okay, Mara, I just want to say first, when your mom said that her favorite movie was How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and then she was like, took me 20 years, I couldn't stop laughing. Your question was, how do you ask someone on a date, or how do you get a date? As far as asking people on dates, I'm not really an expert at all on that, but I mean, I'm gonna
give you these words and I'm gonna try to apply them myself. But like, if you really, really like someone, I think you should just ask, because like the worst thing that can happen is they turn you down, right? And then and then you can move on. So you and me, Mara, will work through this together. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week. Oh, challenge of the week. Tell me 2 things that makes you different than the other 7 SOG.